Hey there folks, it's Yaken here from Trend Ground. Alright, so in this video, we are going to do a design comparison between two flip phones that is available to be purchased right now in the Malaysian market and also global market as well, which is the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip4 and this OPPO Find N2 Flip. Alright, yeah, both looks amazing, okay, but what are their genuine difference between them? So let's find out more in this video. Alright, so here is the phone, okay. So on the left side, this is the OPPO Find N2 Flip. This is the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip4. I'll call this Flip 4, Find N2 Flip on my left hand over here. Okay, so let's start off with the cover display area first. Okay, definitely you can see here why the OPPO phone is getting 1 point from my side here. Look at the huge cover display. It's so much huge than the Flip 4 over here. And also the camera bump, look at that. Look at that. It's nice. Now I will give additional praise for the Flip 4 because of the this cover part here for the front of the smartphone here. The top part here is actually using a matte surface. This way you won't get a lot of fingerprint and smudges along the way and less glaring as well. Now meanwhile, you look at the OPPO Find N2 Flip here. Okay, it's glossy, it's easy to get fingerprint smudges, and it's glaring as well. Look at that. So if you don't like having too much reflection onto it, yeah, then you need to get the Flip 4. Look at that. Lesser glaring, lesser reflection on the surface. Same goes at the back part over here. Now for the back part here, I would say as back part and bottom part. Okay, bottom part here, the back and bottom part here, I will give points to the Flip 4 over here. Now apart from the matte surface, look at that, the wording. Here you get the IMEI number, just the IMEI number over here. Okay. Meanwhile, over here you just have the huge logo branding on the back bottom part of the Find N2 Flip. Now this I don't really like. The reason is because when you are using the phone, you tend to cover the bottom part. Okay, that's one. Number two, when you are using like flex mode, okay, you're putting on a surface, so doesn't serve any purpose to have that logo branding as well. And the last one is when you are taking photos or the videos, you tend to be like covering it like that, or maybe unless you are like holding the phone like that, yeah, then you can show the logo branding on the bottom part here. Now the next thing, let's move over to the hinge itself. Okay, hinge part, I'll give the point to OPPO over here. Now the reason is because look at that, the size of it is smaller, sleeker, and aesthetically looking even much more better. Why? Look at that. Look at that. There's a 3D weaving effect onto it. It's much more nicer. So let me just do it side by side. Yeah, it looks much better over here. And also the hinge, it completely shut off like both part of the OPPO Find N2 Flip. So there's zero gap over here. Meanwhile, if you really look onto the Flip 4, you can see there is gap over here, which is a little bit not so good, especially if you're putting in your pocket. Maybe you want to put some cards, currency note. Yeah, it's easy to go through and also build up dust quite easily as well. Okay, so points wise, I'll give to the OPPO Find N2 Flip here. Now for the size, the ports and the buttons, a little bit tied up over here, but I'll give the extra edge to the Flip 4 because Samsung say they are using the armor aluminium over here. So having the armor aluminium, a little bit more protection for the users itself from drops and so on. Now Okay, Find N2 Flip also uses aluminium, but it doesn't tell like how strong, what is the protection looks like for the user. So yeah, but in terms, if you like a much more slimmer profile, then the Find N2 Flip will suit you. If you like something a little bit bigger, then definitely having the Flip 4 will definitely a perfect choice for you. Now let's check over the buttons. Now if in terms like buttons, both are actually very clicky. Alright, they are very precise pressing as well. Same goes with the power button. Okay, but in terms, if like you ask me like the power button, I would say the on the Find N2 Flip is a little bit protruding out. Okay, meanwhile for the Flip 4 is much more flatter. Now on to the left side of the phone, okay, there's nothing much, antenna bands and just a SIM card slot for the Flip 4 over here. Meanwhile, over here at the bottom and the top part of the phone, yeah, same goes, nothing much difference. They have like antenna bands, USB Type-C charging port, speaker grills, and for the Find N2 Flip here, the SIM card slot is at the bottom part here. Yep. Now let us just open up the screen first, the foldable screen over here. Now, the main issue, the crease. I know a lot of the users, they all complain about the crease and so on. Yeah, definitely I say that the crease is much more apparent for the Flip 4, but I wouldn't say like the OPPO Find N2 Flip doesn't have any crease. So yeah, you definitely can see, but it's not too visible compared to the Flip 4. Yeah, basically that's the difference for both of them. Okay, and also if for both phone, if you just like scroll through the crease area, yeah, you can actually feel them. So for me, actually to be honest, both are looking quite similar, the same. Alright, now for closing it up time period for both flip phones, I would slightly more prefer for the Find N2 Flip over here. Look at that. So when you are closing, it has a thud sound. Feels like very secure when you are closing it. But meanwhile, when you are using the Flip 4, yeah, there's actually not much of a sound. It's just like you can feel like the closure has been connected onto the phone. And also, look at that. Look at the gap. Yeah, so basically the inner part here, I'll give the Find N2 Flip here a little bit edge over here. Yeah, not much of a difference, to be honest, if you are a fan of the flip phone. But overall, the one that scores a lot of points is definitely the OPPO Find N2 Flip over here. Now, this is just only the design part. I'm not going to go for comparison between like the specification, the cameras and so on. Those will be a little bit too in-depth for this video over here. And yeah, for me, if you really want a solid build quality with aesthetically pleasing look, definitely the OPPO Find N2 Flip here wins. Now, if you want a little bit much more simple, minimalistic way of flip phone, then definitely I think just go for the Flip 4. Alright, yeah, so that's what I would have to advise for those who are actually looking for a flip phone. What do you think about both phones? Do you prefer the OPPO Find N2 Flip or the Flip 4? Generally speaking, I would prefer for the OPPO Find N2 Flip here, but for in terms like overall of usage, yeah, and I'll still go back for the Flip 4 here. Okay, yeah, basically that's what I would like to recommend. And also, if you still haven't watched the review video for the OPPO Find N2 Flip, make sure go and check it out. So basically that's all I want to say about this video. I'm Yaken here. gonna sign off. And if you're still new to the YouTube channel and you love this kind of contents, please go ahead, subscribe, give us more subscription, follow us on our social media. We are on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter as well. Okay, make sure go and follow them. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, peace.